Hi guys, how are you doing? We did say a few weeks ago that we would stop doing cooking in the kitchen and we said we'd do something a bit different. So here we are, week 10 I believe, and we're going to do a few experiments with you today. It's a glorious day, it's lovely outside. We've had the shed open today for our first open day, so we've had people coming in. We've got a few people watching. Akira's here, who's socially distancing. We've had people in collecting bags, and if you haven't been in to collect your bags already, give Jamie or John a quick message or myself and we'll organise for you to come in or we can drop it over to you. Okay, so over to our experiments. So the first experiment we're going to look at is making your own lava lamp. But it won't be one that you'll be able to put in your bedroom because it only lasts a very short period of time. What we're trying to do is use things that you can find around the kitchen that are easy to get hold of. So for this experiment, you're going to need a glass, some baby oil, some food colouring, and an Alka-Seltzer. Now you don't need to use the whole box. In fact, you don't even need to use a whole tablet. And if you use a whole tablet, everything might blow up. So you only use one tablet and you only need a little bit of that, so I'll put that down there. Okay, so we're going to get a glass and we're going to put in quite a lot of oil. We've got gloves on, obviously, today because when we're doing experiments, most of these ingredients are okay, they're not going to do any damage to you. But later on we might be using some lighters and hot wax and that sort of stuff, so that's why we've got gloves on. So I've poured some of the oil in there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of water in the bottom, like so. And what you can see happens is that the water separates from the oil, and you can see that that sits at the bottom. Can you see that? Yeah, isn't that amazing how that separates? And then what we're going to do is going to add a little bit of blue food colouring, like so. And then, again, what I said about the tablet, we're just going to use a little bit of the tablet, about half, and just pop it in. And the magic should then just happen. Whoa. How cool is that?
Yes, science!
Did he actually use baby oil for the actual
Yeah. Isn't that really cool? And then you can put different colours in. You can use red. If it starts to go, just put a bit more in. And it'll just keep going up. We could even have a multicoloured one. So we'll add a little bit of orange maybe. Oh, sorry, yellow. Get a bit more Alka-Seltzer. In fact, do you know what? Let's just try a whole one. Whoa. How cool is that?
That looks sick.
I wish I was a scientist and I wish I could explain to you about how all these reactions work and what they mean. But because I'm just a youth worker and slightly shallow, I just kind of like the way it looks because it just looks quite pretty and quite amazing. So there we are, that's one cool thing to do. Okay, so our second experiment today is how to make a mobile phone out of paper cups and string. Now that might sound really odd to you, but before mobile phones, people like Jamie and I, not so much John who's videoing now, but we remember before mobile phones, and we remember when people had to do things, write letters and use paper cups and string. So let's get on to that. So all you need for that is 2 paper cups, and that's not a very long piece of string, and a very long piece of string. What we're going to do is we're going to make 2 tiny holes in the cup, like so. There's one, like that, and another one in the other one. Okay. And then using the string, and I'm going to need Akira to help me in a minute, you thread one piece of string through the cup, like that, pull it out, tie a couple of knots, and obviously you're making the knot so that when you pull it back through, it doesn't go through the hole. So we'll do 2. There we are. That should just be that right. Maybe a bit more, but it will do for today's purposes. And then the same with the other side. And then you take that, and you go out that door there, or out of each other's things, yeah? And then if you whisper something in that cup, I should be able to hear it amazingly in here.
Hi. I tried whispering.
Should you speak normally then?
Yeah, I tried whispering, but
I can hear you. You need to, so put it to your ear. And it needs to be quite tight. Do you hear anything?
I could hear you, but I don't know what you said.
Okay, right, you try it to me. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you in here.
I spoke a bit louder than usual.
It's much better if you get a long one and then you're able to go out the building, so you're not sure whether you're actually hearing your voice in the room or not. But anyway, that's how you make a very simple mobile device so you can communicate with each other. Okay, so we're done with the mobile phone. We'll just get rid of that. And then we need a piece of tin foil for this experiment. And ideally you want a square piece like this. And then if you find something round like so, and then just cut round it like that until you've cut all the way around. And then what you end up with is just a round piece like that. So here's what I made earlier. And what we've done with this is we've cut a spiral. But you have to make sure the middle is quite big because you're going to pull up from this direction like that, you see. So it's got to look something like that. Then what we need to get is a piece of plasticine or a bit of blue tack. And then I've got here a kebab stick. That's a candle, not a kebab stick. Would you mind opening 2 of those for me? I need 1 or 2 of them.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. I'm just going to pop that in there, like so. And then this bit, you've got somebody outside, Jamie, and then this bit goes over. You've got to make sure that it goes through the middle, like that. Now this is obviously too long. So what we do first of all is we just cut it to the length of the table. Let's move these bits out of the way. Now it's important that you keep these separate because we've got another thing to do with those. So keep all the old bits of tin foil to one side and we'll come back to that. So you can see here this is still touching the table. It's not quite there yet. So we want it to be about an inch, half an inch off of the table. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a snip there. That should do it. Have a bit of a fiddle and just make sure that doesn't go round. It's got to be able to go round. Let's hope this works. And then, if I have that candle, thank you very much. If we put a candle next to it, and then light the candle, what should happen, if it's free, so science is all about observation and trying things and seeing whether things work and whether things fail. This is a failure, although it did work at home. And we just had a bit of discussion and we wonder maybe whether we haven't got enough spirals in there, but what really is supposed to happen is 1 candle is supposed to make it turn and then 2 candles makes it turn really fast. It kind of wants to go, every now and again it seems to want to go, but that one. Anyway, on to the next one. So what we were going to do was something with the end bits of the tin foil. So if you get all the end bits of tin foil like this, and you just crush them together, and this takes a bit of time, but it's how to make tin foil back into solid metal again. And you do that by getting a small ball like that. Now I did it at home with a hammer. I'll see if I can find a spoon like that. And all you do is you just keep tapping it for as long as you can. Last night I did it for about 20 minutes. And you just keep knocking it all together. And what happens is all those creases come out And in fact, you can just begin to see it happening here. So if I keep knocking that bit there, you can see how this bit's now beginning to go quite smooth. And you keep doing that. And then eventually what you end up with is this. How cool is that? Even then I didn't manage to get it completely round, but they're really cool things. My boys last night, when we were doing it around the table, said that they wanted to use them as rocks when they've got a train set, and they like boulders and stuff when they're falling down kind of mountains and things, and they'd be good for that. Or we thought it'd be a really cool thing to have in your pocket, and when you're out on a walk with somebody, you could just slip it on the ground or slip it in maybe the rocks by a river and pretend you found a piece of silver. That would really fool somebody. But yeah, if you can get it really, really round, you can make it into a proper round silver ball. So there we are. There are 4 separate experiments there, 1 failure of things you can do around the kitchen just using very simple things around you. So tune in next week and we'll have some more for you. Have a good week, guys.